I've picked up a genuine Nintendo DSi. Spares a repair. Console won't charge nor turn on. Being sold faulty. See photos for full condition. How much did I pay? I paid £9.99 plus £3.35 postage. This is what's arrived. So we'll open this up and we'll go through some basic fault finding. Got a note. Won't turn on, won't charge. Is there anything in the SD card slot? Yes or no? There is something in the SD card slot. That's a surprise. What is it? It's interesting. It's a 2 gig card. Whatever is on there. Actually, before we look at that, I always recommend starting off with a known working battery or charger. So I've got a red one. And the red one is here just to prove that I've got a known working power supply. But before I put the white one in, I'm going to see what's in here. Now, I've never actually used a DSi with an SD card, so I don't know what I'm going to get. It says system settings, brain train, how old is your brain? Well, what's the SD card slot for then? All I have here doesn't do anything. I'm going to have to Google it. That's brain training, camera. So what's the SD card slot for? Who knows? I don't. Anyways, that's not the... I'll take it back out. Find out what that is later. So, right, power on. No. I've got a flashing orange light. What does a flashing orange light tell us? It's not taking any amps. I can see from my... If you haven't got one of these are good. Little USB. It says it's got... Obviously it has 5 volts, but it's not taking any amps. And it's flashing. Which is new to me. So let's open that battery cover and we'll swap batteries. It's possible that the battery has just lost too much charge. It's a little bit swollen. It's got some, there's a little bit of dreaded battery spit. Contacts look okay. Try the good battery. Known working battery. Power. I've got a solid orange. I think this is going to turn on, unfortunately. I was hoping for something more. This is very dark. Have I got screen brightness on? Now the top screens, oh hang on. The screens are so dark I can barely see. There must be a way to brighten them up, presumably. It's just so dark. The top screen's damaged. The touchscreen works. Calibrate the touchscreen input. Don't want to do that. Press B to cancel. I've never actually came across a dull screen before. There's no sound. Oh, here we go. Nintendo DS sound. Camera. Shop. Picto chat. DS download. I found brightness settings straight away. There you go. Okay, so this belongs to Charlie. Why I didn't see that before, I think it was just too dark, I couldn't see it. So obviously there's a top screen fault. It's strange because my battery's, I've got a flashing battery. Parental controls are on there, so I'll have to get rid of them. There's a website somewhere for doing that. So it's just the top screen. which is normally the worst one to have to replace. But I'm finding it strange that my battery is on flashing red. We'll turn that off. We'll try the battery in this one. See, my battery on here it's fully charged. But the battery on this one did come up fully charged, but now it's gone to flashing red. The battery's taken 0.31 of an amp. So it's charging, it's as if the battery's charging, but it's not delivering the power back. I wouldn't like to speculate. I'm going to open it up and have a look. It could be a faulty power board. You always forget that little screw. Okay, so we've got no water damage, which is a good sign. There doesn't seem to be any signs of corrosion around the terminals. That looks okay. That looks okay. The battery contacts look okay. And we've obviously got fuse 1 there, which it must be working. So that my multimeter's not working. Beep. That's it. Yes. Fuse 2. Sure, there's a fuse 2. Where are you? Or is it over here? I've had to have a look online to find out that the fuse that I'm looking for, the other fuse, is on the back of this board. So let's take these out. Fuse 1. Just there. Let's test that. Come on, multimeter. Beep. Thank you. Yep, fuse 1 is working. I just want to make sure I've got continuity. There to there. Yes. And negative. Yes. So that's working fine. So that looks okay. We can take this off. Give it a clean. Give that a clean with some IPA. We'll put this back in. I didn't need to take this larger one out, did I? It's got nothing to do with it whatsoever. That's for the bottom screen if I remember rightly. So this is my box of Nintendo's DSI's spares, all in different states of repair. Now this is arguably the worst DSI that I've got, but it does power on, surprisingly. I'm going to open this one up and use this one to test. There is a water damaged one there. That has been, I've missed that. That's the water damage sticker's gone off. So this has been subject to water, the white one, which probably explains why it's not working. I've got a cross on here, which can't remember. I think it works. Well, it does work because it turned on. I think I've marked that on an earlier video just so I can work out which one I was working on. We'll take this board out. We'll pop it in the white one. Move that one out of the way. Bring this white one in. I hate this connector. Okay, we've actually got a full, right, let's try the other battery. And we've got a full bar. So let's put the old power board back in. Other than the fuse, there's nothing on them. So I don't know how they can go faulty. Unless it's this ribbon cable. Right, that's in, that's in. I'll put this blooming white one back on now. This is the original power board in. And now we've got a blue full bar. Which is strange. So this is the original battery that came with the console. Which really should be dead. So we'll put the charger in. We've got a flashing light. So that battery must be kaput. Flashing orange light. Throw your battery out. Get a new battery. Good working battery. And was solid. Right, let's see if the charging light stays on, and it's pulling 0.3 of an amp. So perhaps it was a faulty connection on there. So this little one, this one that's somehow still managed to switch itself on, still works. If you happen to buy a console off eBay to fix for yourself, or yours develops a fault and you can't fix it, well, don't worry about it too much, because they always come in handy for spares. I got this little DSI board. It's had so many parts taken off it. It's fixed at least 3. It's even fixed one of these DSI boards. I remember I took a button off. I took a button off this DS Lite board because they're the same buttons on the back of here. That's my multimeter going to sleep. This is the battery that came with the faulty machine, which has had some water damage. In orange, amber orange. So that's confirmed. Amber orange, flashing light, faulty battery. This one, which has, it's funny because the screen actually lights up, but it's missing. I don't really want to replace the top screen. It's not in bad shape as DSIs go. It's actually quite good. Somebody did donate 2 new screens to the channel, and I'm sure they were in white boxes. There we go. What's that say? Replacement DSI upper screen and DSI lower screen. So So there's a new top screen. Might not be too bad because the top screen doesn't go through the... It does go through the hinge, doesn't it? Yeah, it's going to be bad. So can I test this screen? Oh, hold on. Is that the top screen? It's not. Oh, it's on the other side of that board, isn't it? I've just remembered there's an awful... Yeah, there's an... Oh, yeah. Oh. Let's do it. Put them up there with them. They're the motherboard ones. There's one in the top corner, I think. That's a different one. Sneaky. There's another one. I've got 3 and a tiny one in that top corner. So that's the bottom screen. There's the top screen. I think I have to take these screws out. Oh, it's going to be a pain. How am I going to get them out without damaging them? Minimum damage. Oh, that's it. Does it slide up? It does. The back slides up. Ha! Look at that. I'm getting somewhere. So there's the new part. The replacement part. It's coming up gently. It's just adhesive. It's just stuck down with a bit of adhesive, that's all. That's the old cable that needs to come out. I'm tempted just to cut it out, but I'm not cut it out. Actually, there's 2 in there. Do I have to roll it up? I've seen people roll them up before. Or is it going to be easier if I just take all these wires out? I'm going to cut it out. No, I'm not. I'm going to go and have a look online to see how the other guys do it. That speaker wire is stuck. Oh no. Ah, the speaker wire's not stuck to it. It's soldered to it. I wasn't aware. I might come back to this tomorrow. It's getting a bit late. I'm going to come back to this tomorrow. I'm going to stop the video and I'll come back to this tomorrow when I'm nice and fresh. Okay, let's have another go at that. So red is on the inside. So what's this for? This must be the Wi-Fi. Does that open up if I open that up? It just seems quite impossible to get the larger one out. Obviously it's gone in. The more I mess around with it, the more I'm gonna risk damaging the smaller one. I don't want to risk damaging the smaller ribbon cable. So I'm gonna cut the end of this larger one for the screen and pull it out like that, rather than mess around with it. So now we'll have to have this one put into place. So we'll drop that on there. I can't actually drop that in there because I've got to solder the wires on first, don't I? I'll put these speaker wires back on. Hold on a minute, I've just seen somebody, I think this comes off. I'm sure someone's taken this off. Why didn't someone tell us earlier? This piece comes out. Just seen someone do this dead easy. It's not working for me. There we go. Come on. It's moved. It's moved a little bit. Pull them wires out of the way. Is that it? I think that's it. There we go. I did not know that, or if I did know it, I've forgotten about it. So if I pull that little one out, I'm going to have to put that one back in too. Is it going to come out? No. I see. Wait now. There we go. I see. I'm out. There's obviously a knack to this that I don't know about. Ah. So the guy I've just watched rolled it up before he fit the screen back in. Probably the speaker's out then. So we'll take that speaker back out. Okay, and then he rolled it up. Oh, I thought I was nearly there. The trouble with this is I don't have much patience. But it looks like I've managed it. First time. Now do I push these through next? I think I've got to push these through. So these. These. I'm kind of assuming this goes on. This little thing goes on next. I'm going to check the other video and I'll link it in the description. Okay, so the other video that I've just been watching, this was still in place. It's still in there, so I'll have to go and do what I think's best. I'll have to try and wind these, get these through there. Where's it gone? It's gone. Where's it gone? I've lost it. It's rolled off somewhere. Here it is. I think I'll take them cables back out and I'll wind them up together. Oh, success. Success. Eventually something's gone in my favour. Let's get that through. Superb. Yes. I'll get this one through. Go on. There we go. So, I need to reroute. Make sure these cables for the speaker are nicely tucked away back into the original places. I've done a bit of rewiring, rerouting the wires. But I'm not out of the woods yet. Still got to get these two in there. I'm not sure if I should take these ones back out now and wait until I've gotten... I'm going to end up doing that, aren't I? It's the microphone, I think. Which way does this go? It goes that way. You need two pairs of hands. Well, I'll tell you what, give us a micro soldering job any day of the week. And if you do know how to do this, and you're finding my attempts painful to watch, I do apologise. Almost. But not quite. If I just push that in gently in there, like that, and then push it that way, will it go through? There. I just push on, there we go. And if I push that back in there, push this one back in to keep that on. Just going to try and tease them out. There we go. If they still work, I'll be amazed. And I think that's it. So I'm going to put the top back on. There we go, some even pressure. That's what we need. Right, top's back on. I'm not going to screw it down in case I have to open it up again. I don't want to forget the buttons. So the Y goes on the inside, X goes at the top, B for bottom, A for outside, power button membrane, a power button down properly. Does it go that way or that way? Screen, that's what I'm missing. And then that tells us which way this has to go in. Perfect. Looked like it went in okay. I don't know if I picked it up on camera. I'm certainly not taking it back out. If I haven't picked it up, I do apologise. It's not coming back out though. Where were they? Should they come out this side or out this side? I'll have a check. Well, they shouldn't be there at all. They should be routed underneath, down the side of the screen. There's not much length on that brown one. I hope that brown one's long enough. I hate ribbon cables. For some reason I always seem to damage this one when I'm working on these. I can hear it clicking. So I'm not sure if this, I don't think this is in properly. I definitely shouldn't hear a click. So what's causing that? Put that in there. Right. I'm not expecting much out of this first time. So we might have to do some fault finding due to faults that I've introduced. Power on. We've got a charging light, solid charging light, which is good. Now is this top screen and my power button. There's something wrong with the power button. I knew there was something wrong with that. Sitting too high up. I think I've made a terrible mistake. I think that's perhaps a start button or a select button. And I think it's all going to have to come apart again. I don't want to take this apart, or this one. I'm missing a button. There's my power button. I can test it with a missing button, but I will have to take it all apart again because I'm an idiot. I'm going to leave that in. I'm not going to edit that out. I guess you'll know what not to do. Okay. I still not put that flipping start button in. Is the start button grey? Something just came out. The start button is grey. Right, how are you, man, Philip? Get your act together. This tiny screw back in. This is becoming a catalogue of errors. Right. It came out. No, man, I'm looking at the wrong button. That's the start button. I'm looking at the wrong bloody button, man. Okay, battery. Battery. Switch on. We've got a flashing bottom screen. And a flashing bottom screen tells you, unfortunately for me, that the top screen is faulty. This is an absolute nightmare. There's the connector for the top screen. That looks all the way into me. We'll pop it out. We'll put some cleaner in there. I'll give that a rub with some IPA in the slot. Well, we'll try that. I've been sure to put that button back in place. Okay, so I have refitted the ribbon cable for the top screen, and still it's a no-go. I'm gutted. I'm devastated. Okay, so this is the faulty top screen. I've taken it out, put the ribbon cable back in as best I could, as far in as I can. I've cleaned it, and I've still got the bottom screen's flashing, which is normally an indication that the top screen's faulty. Now that is a new top screen, so I don't know if it's a faulty top screen. Did it come faulty, or did I damage the ribbon cable? I should have watched the video that I'll link in the description first about swapping the ribbon cables over. So what shall I do? Keep it until I get a new top screen? I'll put all the screws back in, make sure it's all complete. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.